everyone, it's Annie. Welcome back to BloomTV. Today I'm going to do the book scavenger hunt tag, which was created by Sarah at the Library of Sarah. And it's got 19 objectives and you have to find a book for each objective. And in her original video, Sarah said that you could add on some extra ones if you wanted to. So I've decided to add on 2 extra ones to make the video a bit more personal, I guess. And the first one is find an author's name or title with the letter Z in it. And I'm going to choose the classic example of, it's at the back of my bookshelf, Marcus Zuzak's The Book Thief, which is brilliant, by the way, if you haven't read it. Number 2 is find a classic, so I'm going to choose one from my favourite author, and my favourite book by that author, which is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Number 3 is find a book with a key on it. Now, I don't have a book in these bookshelves that have a key on it, so I was going to choose one that kind of looked like it had a key on it, if that counts as cheating. I do have books with key on it, they're just on my bookshelves at my dad's, and this is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen, and it does kind of, I actually to begin with thought this had keys on it, but it doesn't. And the next one is find something that's not a book on your bookshelf, and the only thing that isn't a book on my bookshelf is my perfume, which is Daisy by Marc Jacobs, and I keep it there to keep it out of direct sunlight, because direct sunlight can make your perfumes go off. Next one is find the oldest book on your bookshelf, and I think the oldest one is an edition of Emma by Jane Austen. This is my grandma's, and I already checked, yeah, this edition is 1966 and this is the 1985 reprint. It's only about 30 years old, but it was the oldest one I could find. Next one is find a book with the girl on the cover, and I am going to choose, oh no, I'll choose this one actually. All my books are falling off because there isn't enough space. Mermaid at Chelsea Creek, in Chelsea Creek by Michelle T, and this has got the character of Sophie. I couldn't remember the protagonist's name then. This has got Sophie on the cover, and this is one of my favourite covers. Even though I didn't like the book like loads, I love the cover. Next one is find a book with an animal in it, and I'm going to choose The Gypsy Crown, which has I remember this from Amelia's horse in it, plays quite a big part in the book. I haven't read this for ages, but it's one of my favourites when I was little. The next question is find a book with a male protagonist, and I think I'm going to choose The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, age 13 3/4 by Sue Townsend. These books are really good. There's a whole sort of series of them. You don't have to read them in order. You can just pick and choose which ones to read, but this is the very first one. Well, the first chronologically. The next objective is find a book with only words on the cover, and I am going to choose How I Found You by Gabriella Lepore. This does have some kind of wallpaper patterns around the font, but I count that as only being words. There's no illustrations. The next one is find a book with illustrations in it, and I'm going to choose this weighty one, which is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. And this is I read this, it's a children's book, but I read it kind of recently, and it's got a mixture of these really nice charcoal, or I think they're either charcoal or graphite illustrations, and mixed with like words. And I remember reading this really quickly, but it's really good. And the film of the same name, or is the film just called Hugo? Anyway, there's a film that they made of it, and that's really good. Sorry, I'm getting out of focus. The lighting's weird. Okay, next one is a book with gold lettering on it, and I'm going to choose Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. She's the first in the Infernal Devices, and if you can see, the Infernal Devices is in gold and it's all glitzy and shimmery and pretty. Okay, next one, number 12, is a book that's a diary, which is either true or false. So I'm going to choose Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl, which is kind of a classic now really. Next one is a book which was written by someone with a common name like Smith, and I found this earlier, and it's I Captured the Castle, one of my favourites by Dodie Smith, and Smith is like the most common surname in Britain. A book with a close-up on the cover. I don't know what to do for this one. I don't know. No. Oh, I know. I guess this should count, and it's Twilight, and it's got the vampire hands with the red apple. I guess that counts, it's a close-up of hands. Next one is book set in the earliest time period, and everyone did like Canterbury Tales for this, but I don't have that, so I'm going to choose something from a very similar time period, and that's Arthur the Seeing Stone. And this is the first in a series by Kevin Crossley Holland. Read these when I was about 10 or 11, and they're set in the period of King Arthur and Merlin and that, and they're fictional, but I think that counts. Next one is a hardcover, a book that's hardcover but it doesn't have a dust jacket, and so I'm going to choose my only book that fits this category, which is the cloth-bound edition of Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. These cloth-bound classic penguin ones are so nice, like they're kind of expensive but they're worth the money. It's just, oh, look at them. Okay, next objective is find a teal or turquoise book. Teal or turquoise. I'm going to use this one, and it's Where Do You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. I'd count this colour as turquoise. Yeah, like really bright blue. Next one is find a book with stars on it, and obviously I'm going to choose one of my favourites, which is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. What else? Oh, and the final question which Sarah put was a non-young adult book. So let's see. I think I'm going to choose Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and I have actually never finished this because my copy has teeny print, but I really want to finish reading it because I loved Wuthering Heights, which is by Emily Bronte, and this is written by her sister, and yeah, this counts as non-YA, right, because it's a classic. And then I decided to add on 2 extra questions, and the first one is the longest series you own. And I'm just going to shift out the way so I can show you, but I have nearly the entire collection of the Roman Mysteries by Caroline Lawrence, and they're children's books, and they're set just outside Rome when in the Roman Empire, and I can't remember which emperor it was. I think it's Augustus. Oh, then does it? Yeah, it's in like 79 AD, and oh, I could have used that as my earliest time period. I didn't think about that. But anyway, and I've chosen, yeah, this is the first one, The Thieves of Ostia. But all together, let me just count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 of the books, and that's not even all of them. I think I still got 3 which I'm missing, even though I have read them. It's really annoying. And then the final question that I decided to add was find the book you last read, and I was going to do Fangirl, but I actually literally yesterday I lent that out to one of my friends. So the book I read before that was, what was it? Oh, I remember, and it was Why We Broke Up by David Handler and Maria Kalman. If you haven't read this, I really recommend it. The writing is beautiful, and it has these amazing paintings at the start of each or end of each chapter, and it's just really nice. So those are all 21 questions. I'm going to tag Emmy Reads, Emmy Reads, because I think it'd be really fun to see her do this, and yeah, that's all. But if you want to do it, feel free to do it and tell me in the comments if you do. And yeah, just thank you to Sarah for creating this video in the first place, and I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you liked it too. If you did, then subscribe, somewhere up there or down here, and like and share if you want to. So I'll see you guys all soon, and bye!